Here's the nursery for baby boy. Oh, so good, so fun, like doing this again. I know hadn't to been kind of fun. It's kind. It was so fun and seeing Felicity, now at 6, she wanted to pick out things for the baby, and so she actually helped me 'cause there were a couple colors of cribs. That's a good way, so she chose that, and then like they had to get a stuffy for the baby, all the things baby brother has a big room. Yes, indeed, it has a good view too, which we love the mountains. We love the mountains out there. Well, we've been talking about it already, but I should formally say congratulations on baby number 3. I love how big your smile is. Mommy and Daddy are having a little boy. So what have you been talking to the girls about? About a little brother? What are those conversations been like? It's been very sweet. So Felicity is 6 and she is all about the baby and just keeps talking about the baby, praying for the baby, and says she can't wait to meet this little one. And so Felicity is stoked that she is going to be able to like help. I think that she's going to be like a second mother to this kid, because boy is going to be bossed around a lot. You know how they always say you can kind of like if you're carrying lower, if you're carrying high. Did you feel like you knew? No, not at all. I was shocked. I was so shocked to find out I was a boy, because I feel like everything felt the same. Okay, I was so shocked I almost fell off my chair. It was crazy. Now is Jeremy saying I need a junior or a you? No, I don't think we're going that route, but we are keeping the name a secret until the baby's born, which is what we always do. Have you had any kind of different cravings? I had. Okay, so at the beginning of the pregnancy I had to have so many pickles, and I had to have the massive breakfast burrito. The pickles are usually like people really do have pickle craving. Oh yeah, so I had to have like half a jar every day. And lemon water was like what kept me from feeling super nauseous. Okay, when are you due? So I am due the end of March. Okay, yeah, so very soon, very soon. I try not to think about anything labor or delivery, or it freaks me out. Okay, so I'm one of those people who doesn't have a birth plan. I'm like, I'm going to the hospital. I may have met some doctors, but I don't know who my doctor is. I'm going to go in. I'm going to have this baby, and then we'll enjoy the baby. Yeah, so that's how I kind of operate. So I'm at that stage now where I'm like, okay, it's getting close, but I'm not going to think about it. When you think about the baby, how you feeling? I'm feeling okay. Now I'm in the 3rd trimester, and so I feel like there are some days where I just have a lot of aches and pains, probably more so than I did even when the first 2 pregnancies and so on. But other than that, like, I have all of the energy to like get things done. I'm in project mode now. Okay, so you'll see me outside with a blower. The neighbors think I'm crazy, but I'm like, I need to clean. I need to be outside doing all the yard work. That is hilarious. That's the mode I go into. It's funny go because, I mean, there's going to be people watching this like that darn Ginger 3rd trimester, like you can't even tell. All you have is this cute little belly. Yeah, it's crazy. I've tried to stay active, but it's hard too. Like, I'm staying active primarily chasing my 6 and 4-year-old around. That'll do it. And it's a lot of fun. Do it. Jinger Duggar, Volo, who Audion has watched grow up on TLC's 19 Kids and Counting, and who later openly criticized her family's quote cult-like religious beliefs, may be expecting baby number 3, but she's also celebrating her 5th book. This one, titled People Pleaser, is out now. When you're raised in a system that's super tight-knit, the fear of the disapproval of others, or even how they're going to respond, react, maybe push you out. I wasn't sure how that would go, and so I was very fearful of that and didn't write the book for a couple years because of it. But once I realized, okay, this needs to be said, no one's saying it I was the last person in the world who wanted to say anything against the teachings that I was raised under, because I thought, okay, I like to keep everybody on my good side, and in my mind, like any sort of argument or ruffling feathers was rejection, and so it was hard for me to do that, but I think that once I took that step and was able to speak up and find my voice then, that gave me the freedom and the power to be able to say, okay, now I feel like I can see that I'm breaking these chains of people pleasing. Do you think that it was you putting those expectations on yourself, or because you were raised in such a strict, structural, I'm religious household? Were there other people? Were your parents putting expectations and your siblings putting expectations on you too? I think that there was a time where I realized, okay, I think that I put so much on myself, and yes, the system that we were in was very rules-based, and so whenever we were going out, we wanted to make sure we had this perfect smile on our face to make sure everybody saw how happy we were, and we're drawn to that. And I think at the same time, it was damaging, because then you aren't being authentic, you're not actually being yourself. You can't have a hard day because you feel like you have to keep it all together on the outside, and so there was pressure of that. And then I think when you go out, if you thought, okay, everybody knows you, could be recognized at any point, so if they see you out having a bad day, or maybe you're just chilling, you can't just relax, because then you don't want people to see you like that, and to write an article, or to see you in a bad light. And so I think that pressure, I put it on myself a lot, but it also was just part of growing up in the public eye, and growing up also in the teachings that promoted that I did. It was reality TV part of that too, that put an unnecessary pressure on you. You were a young girl. I was, the show started when I was 10 and went until I was 27, so it ended just 3-4 years ago, and all of that time in that world you are even though you're on a reality show, there's a performance side to it, because you're not supposed to be performing, but that you're on, you have to make TV, yes. Otherwise, no one's going to watch it. So it was that performance that could slip in, and you're like, who am I? Who am I actually? Now am I just a performer? Am I? Who is Ginger? I didn't know for so many years. The last time we sat down to do an interview was when you rode free. Indeed, how did that impact your relationship with come back